I'm currently in southern Utah, about 20 minutes away from Bryce Canyon, and there are absolutely no Planet Fitnesses anywhere nearby. I think the closest one is in Salt Lake City, but it's like a 4-hour drive, and I'm not going there. So in order to stay clean, I gotta take an outdoor shower. I'm on a back road here, so it's pretty isolated, but I am still wearing a bathing suit just in case. I have 1 gallon of water, so I'm gonna try to get the entire shower done with just 1 gallon. So we'll see how it works. I got my sink faucet here that has the shower attachment, so should be good to go. Not the ideal option, but gets the job done, I guess. Yesterday, I left the Grand Canyon and I drove 3 hours to a town called Kanab, Utah. It's a little town about an hour away from Bryce Canyon, which is my next stop. Before I left Arizona, there was this spot that I wanted to see called Horseshoe Bend, but for some reason, I didn't think it was on my route. So I decided not to go. But while I was driving, I crossed this big dam that had a recreation visitor center. So I went inside and they had a gift shop, and in the gift shop, they had stuff for Horseshoe Bend, which was confusing because I thought it was like a couple hours away from where I was going. But I looked it up on my phone and it was only 9 minutes away. So I doubled back and I was able to go visit Horseshoe Bend, and it was awesome. I think sometimes they refer to it as the east rim of the Grand Canyon. So it is part of the Colorado River that makes a horseshoe-like shape around the canyon. Really cool site. Definitely recommend stopping and checking it out if you can. So once I got to Kanab, I spent the day there, walked around a little bit, and I ended up staying overnight in a hotel parking lot. This morning, I woke up pretty early and drove 45 minutes closer to Bryce Canyon, and now I'm just kind of hanging out in a back road spot off the highway. I'll stay here tonight, and I'll wake up early tomorrow morning to go explore the park. But for now, I just get to hang out. All right, big change of plans. So the last clip that you saw of me just 10 seconds ago was from Monday, and right now it's Saturday. I ended up getting pretty sick Monday night, so I decided to stay in a hotel for a few days. It was nice to have air conditioning, a real bed, and a bathroom with a shower, so it made it a little bit easier for me to get comfortable and get healthier. Yesterday, which was Friday, I finally started feeling better. I told my mom that my health bar was at 80%. She was like, "What's a health bar?" I was like, "I don't know, like a video game character. My health bar, it's at 80% right now. Should be at 100, but it's at 80. Feeling good, but not perfect." So with my health bar at 80%, I decided that it was time to actually go explore Bryce Canyon. I always do my research before I go somewhere, but for some reason, I was expecting something very similar to the Grand Canyon, but it was actually very different. A lot of different rock formations. I think they're called hoodoos. Yeah, hoodoos. Who do you think you are? Oh man. So just a lot of cool formations, a lot of cool landscapes with a lot of greenery. They also had really easy access down into the canyon to start some of the more strenuous hikes, which I wanted to do, and I was really planning on doing it, and I had the ones that I wanted to do picked out, but I don't think 80% health bar was ideal for a strenuous hike. So I decided to just do one of the walking paths around the rim of the canyon, and it was still pretty cool. After I was done at Bryce, I drove to Hotel Walmart, which was about halfway from Bryce to my current location, which is Capitol Reef National Park. So I'm here now. It's a little past 8 in the morning. This park is still one of Utah's big 5, but it doesn't get as much credit or visitors as the other ones. But I'm still excited to check it out. I'm feeling good. My health bar is now at 100%. So I think I'm gonna toast up a bagel real quick, pack up a bag, and hit the trails. All right, just parked the van, walking up to the trail here. I think it's Cohab Canyon Trail. I feel like all the trails I've been hitting lately are Cohab, Conab, Cobab. I don't know why that's a thing. All right, so I just passed a sign at the beginning that said mountain lions have been recently spotted in this area. That's a fun sign. So I do have my bear spray easily accessible. I will stay pretty alert and just enjoy the hike. This is actually pretty sick. I didn't even know about this hike until they told me about it at the visitor center. It's not one that I found in my research, but it's about like 2 miles. And so far I'm like 100 feet in and the views are absolutely incredible. The trail itself right now is all these rock steps, which are pretty cool. And you can see my van, it's right there. I know they put that mountain lion sign up just because probably like 1 or 2 have been seen in the last like couple months, but it's still got my head on a swivel for sure. But the ranger at the visitor center who told me about this trail didn't even mention it, so it can't be that big of an issue. All right, it looks like I'm finished with the switchback rock steps for now. I think we're just going on a little windy path next to this massive canyon. Got some trees and stuff in the way here. Oh, there's some pretty cool slot canyons on this trail too. All right, so I parked near the campground of the park, and after just passing a sign with an arrow and the word campground pointing in the direction that I was coming from and not the direction that I was going to, it prompted me to take another look at my map. And I realized that this trail that I'm on is not a loop trail. It's in fact a one-way trail. And if I were to keep going and finish the 2 miles, I'd be on the other side of the park. And I have to turn all the way around and walk back. So I got a little bit more than halfway, I think, at that sign. And now I'm turning around. Not ideal. I always like loop trails because you're not seeing the same thing twice. Because now I'm doubling back and I have already seen all this. But when I went hiking in Zion with my friends Dom and Carly told me that when you're doubling back, you're getting a whole new perspective. So that's a good way to look at it. All right, starting the journey back down the mountain. Headed back down all these nice little rocky switchbacks. So that is a wrap on Capitol Reef National Park. I only did the one trail, but definitely recommended. I don't think any of the trails that I'm gonna do out this way are gonna be not recommended. They're all so cool. But that's it. So we checked off 3 of the Utah Big 5 for the national parks. So we got 2 left, Canyonlands and Arches. And that is where we are headed next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.